Happy December, everybody. And we're going to get into a bit of a plan with me. And to be quite honest, it's going to be a little bit all over the place. I've got some actual planning inside it for December, some things that I got recently that I want to show you, just some general ramblings. So this is going to be a pretty chatty video. Let's go ahead and just dive into the overhead while I show you what I'm working on today. And make sure you grab a nice cozy drink, or if you're also planning for the month of December, doing some work in your journals, I'd love for you to grab your journal and your notebook, get cozy, and let's have some fun. Okay, so I have my little coffee here. I have my Relax Max here, which this is actually one of my favorite supplements that I use in the morning. It's a little 5-HTP, a little bit of inositol, a little bit of GABA, and I just mix it in a small glass, and it's cherry flavored. Love so much. So the first thing I need to do is I would like to cut my little dashboard slash, I don't even know what these are, divider things. So for context, I made in my pocket rings these sort of makeshift dividers using just some vellum and some tabs I had from Peanuts Planner Co. And I love these, but I thought it would be fun to do something festive. So I went on to Pinterest and printed a bunch of sort of dark winter vibes onto vellum. And I definitely could have taken my time and sorted out how to print more of these on a single page, but honestly, sometimes you just got to do what you do. So I printed them a little bit bigger than normal pocket size so that if I need to cut them down a little bit, I can. But I printed them at 4.75 tall and 3.25 across, just for a little bit of buffer. I did order some tabs. Some just like stick-on Avery tabs, not the paper ones, the plastic ones, because I want to make dividers, but the problem that I'm finding with Pocket is that it's actually a lot harder to do dividers because it chunks up way quicker than really anything else does. So I haven't bought dividers for my actual EDC at this point because I don't want to spend a bunch of money on dividers and then not use them, because using dividers in Pocket makes it much chunkier than FCC, even though I have the same sections. So riddle me that. No idea why that's the case, but these should turn out pretty cute, I'm hoping. I'm really settling into kind of my Pocket routine, but there's a couple things too that I really want to fix around today. One of them being, and I struggled with this in my FCC too, because even my FCC was, in my opinion, getting too chunky. Honestly, some of my lists, things are getting a little bit crazy, a little bit out of hand, to the point where I actually end up missing stuff because stuff is all over the place and there's not really like a clear way to grab all the information. So I'm also going to play with a bit of task card style situation, see if I can maybe fix around some stuff to make it more usable. I have to figure something out because nothing really seems to work, and I think it's less of a system problem and more of a me problem, in that I have had historically too many things in too many different places. As I'm setting up for December, I'm going to basically take everything out of my rings and then just reset everything up, because I just feel like it needs not like a revamp, but a refresh, because I'm questioning some of the sections I'm using in my planner, and I need to figure that out ideally before going into 2026. And I know that I can change things at any time, but if I'm noticing a trend, I've had a consistent discourse with myself over the efficacy of my inboxing and task lists and stuff like that. So I actually went back through some of my old notebooks, and one of the things that I really liked that I did was in my A5 Slim notebook, the way that I did my inboxing there works really well. So I think I'm going to go back to a similar system. Part of what I was trying to do in rings was I was trying to organize things out really specifically. And I think I almost tried to over organize it, if that makes sense. I don't know if anybody else has ever done that. Like you're trying almost too hard to micromanage the system, that the system doesn't work because it's over complicated and over specific. And I think that there's some cases where that really works. Like, for example, for projects, I need my project specific tasks to be under the same list, right? This is the flow of this project that we're doing. And that does work for me, in my humble opinion. That worked well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna use any specific inbox insert when I set these up. I'm actually gonna make my own insert using some of my blank pages, if you will, just until I figure out exactly what works. And then maybe I will reach out to like my friend Kim, ADH Done, and be like, yo, Kim, I figured this out. Can you make me some custom inserts that I can print off? Because she's amazing like that. I want to show you these pretty, pretty pictures. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use these. I just searched on Pinterest, dark winter vibes. I've got some cover aha moments that I've had. The chaos of when you start a new size of planner system is that you have to trial and error a few things to figure out your sweet spot. And so you kind of learn your preferences, because I've changed my mind on a few things in certain scenarios. And that's pretty much the situation. So let me walk you through really quick what's gone on with the cover situation. So I had that apricot Moterm that I was using, which I do not have in the room with me right now, and that's okay. And then I had gotten this Pocket Elite. Now, after much playing with this Pocket Elite, this is a narrower cover. It's very narrow. So it doesn't work if you try to chunk it or if you try to put bigger rings in it. And that was really problematic. So I still have it because I'm thinking that at least for now, it serves as a good archive book. So I did get some just cheap pocket dividers from Amazon. I'll link them down below. So this is my monthly, annual, my finance archive, my weeklies archive, which there's nothing in there right now, then my dailies, then my work notes, then my personal notes. So 6 tabs for 6 main sections. And so I did put the original 25mm rings back in here, and you probably have heard me swear up and down on my Instagram that I cannot use 25mm rings. Because here's part of what happened. So I had gotten on a D-stash this VDS cover from Plan with Fran that's beautiful. And actually, she got it on a D-stash at some point too. And it's this VDS Janet Olive. Oh my gosh. I did get Kraus 25mm rings, and I did swap them out. This is the undyed on the inside, and then it does have a big back pocket. Now, what I found was I love how long the strap was, but when I tried to stuff this, the 25mm rings plus my 2 pens, it was too much. And so it was putting a lot of stress on just the whole thing. So I am going to be destashing this. This does, again, have the gold rings as well that I can pop out and put in, because I was, again, oh, I don't like gold rings, blah, blah, blah. Okay, pause, hold for a second. And I'm so sad that this didn't work the way that I was hoping it would, because this is such a beautiful leather, but I just know I need either the planner to be wider and or the rings to be bigger. And so I did order a couple of custom Pocket Plus covers with 30mm rings, the Moterm style rings, not the Kraus rings, because Kraus pocket rings only go up to 25mm. So this is a beautiful planner, and I have the gold rings, but I'm gonna put it back in its little box for now. So I was just using my 30mm rings in my black Elite because it doesn't have the big back pocket, because I can't stand that on my Moterm Apricot, which I will also be putting back up on D-stash, because I'm not, now that I have other covers without the big back pocket, I'm not gonna use the other one. And now that I've used it a little bit, it's actually got a little bit of patina on it, a little bit of personality, which is really fun. But this worked when I traveled, because I literally took my entire work section out of it. But that was for a 1-week trip that I took to go see my family in Minnesota. Most of the time, I need both my work and my personal in here, because I think of things at all times of day for random things. And I've tried doing separate work and personal, it doesn't work. I always end up having 2 books out. I end up carrying multiple things. I need it all to be in one, which is why I love like a TN or ring system. Now, I did say the Moterm Elite would be perfect if it had a second popper, because if it had a second popper, then you can chunk it up and it can wrap around, but it doesn't have a second popper, so it's limiting. I also have a pen loop that goes on this, but I couldn't really use it. I could only use it when I took out an entire section, which is really unfortunate. But anyway, loved this. It's just not gonna work. Again, I have another couple of covers on the way, and I'll tell you more about those when they get here. I'll show them. They're being made, so they won't be here for a while. But then Colleen was like, hey, Elena, I have a pocket wide Janet Brown, no big back pocket with the larger rings in it. These are the 25mm rings. And she so generously just gifted this to me because she's like, it's been sitting, it's not been used. Let me put a quick like clip or photo of what this looked like originally. When I tell you, I honestly thought that the JL Brown was completely overhyped until I got my hands on this. And when I tell you that I did not like the look of gold rings until I saw it with this leather. Because the gold rings with the JL Brown, you guys, she is a classy lady, let me tell you. Oh my word. And this is a pocket wide. So to put in context, this is the first cover that I've actually been able to fit since I used the Apricot Moterm Personal Luxe, which y'all know I don't love because she don't lay flat. This one also lays flat. Quick photo of the lay flat. Like, can we first just love it? Because I have a pocket wide page lifter that I put a XL pen loop from Leuchtturm on the back. So it would fit my big high-tech C Coletto multi-pens that I like to use. My Mildliner fits in this pen loop beautifully. This has the A4 chunky clasp. And I just, wow. So this worked. So this is where I realized, oh, 25mm rings does work when the cover is wide enough to accommodate all the other crap that I carry and just wide enough to overall just cover all of this. Because you see how stuffed these are. Like this, she's full. You know what I mean? Like she's full. So this JL Brown has already started to patina a little bit. It's got some markings from just water or from my hand lotion or from coffee. This was the first little marks here. I had a sparkling water in my hand and the condensation was still in my hand when I picked it up. And I was like, oh, she's got her first little beauty marks. And this is just already looking and feeling so lived in. And I just want to squish it all the time. So this is so beautiful. Now, I still want like a darker cover, which that's what I have on order. I have like a dark brown and a pebbled black custom planner covers on order that have 30mm rings, but they are the pocket wide and they are the Moterm style rings. So I can swap in and out 25 or 30mm rings if I want to. And I did get a chunky clasp and 2 poppers, but I'll show you when at least one of those comes in, I'll show you what it looks like because it's from a shop that I have not purchased from for a while because there was a little bit of tea, but the owner of the shop did aim to rectify the situation in good faith. And so I took her up on her offer finally to give me 20% off of any custom order of my choice, which was very generous of her to accommodate based on the concerns that I had. And so I gave it another shot because the style was right, the size was right, the larger wings was right, the price was reasonable for what I wanted. So we'll see, hopefully, fingers crossed those turn out. But this is my current planner cover that I'm using. And she's not like moody, but that's why I'm like, I need something dark and moody, which is why I got the black pebbled. But I like this in general. So I'm not sure, me having just cut and punched all those different dividers, how I'm gonna like those dividers in this cover. I may end up hating them. So TBD. Listen, if you all saw my Instagram story post, I told you this was going to be a little bit all over the place, and I did warn you at the beginning of the video. This is not pocket specific, but I got from May Paper Co. the Advent box, and I got it for FCC size because I ordered this before I even moved into Pocket. And I do use FCC size. I would be very shocked if I didn't pick up my FCC again at some point in the first quarter of 2026. So I'm just setting up and having the resources for my Pocket and my FCC for 2026 to have like matching setups. But I got the Advent calendar, and I didn't know if I was gonna still wanna be in Pocket or have the setup in Pocket yet. So I didn't get the Pocket Advent, and I'm really glad I didn't. Full disclosure, I love May Paper Co. I love the shop. I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed in the Advent calendar, because the way it was advertised, in my opinion, was I thought it was going to be more like size specific resources. And so this is what was in the Advent calendar. So these two clips, which are beautiful, they are beautiful. I want to use them, and I've tried using them in my JL Brown. It's just not the right vibe. I think once I get my darker covers, this dark pomegranate colored clip will be so divine. So I am excited about these, and they're very soft and squishy. Lovely. And then I got some sticky notes, which I can't use the normal size sticky notes in my Pocket. I actually have a whole pack of smaller sticky notes that are better for Pocket, but I do love a good sticky note. Then we got these Daily Focus, which I saw in a sneak peek, and I think these are actually really cute. Focus for today, good to get done, save for another day. They're a little, again, too big for me to use in my Pocket, but when I'm in my FCC, I can see these being really functional. And then page flags. Pretty colors, but much confused on page flags. I'm actually gonna use some today because I wanna try a little task card situation, but I don't know if I'm gonna use these. I honestly think there's some things in here that I'm going to send off either as a D-stash or Happy Mail, because I don't think I'm going to use these. I have so many page flags already. And then a notes page. I am never going to use this notes pad, ever. Again, this is why I say when I thought it was going to be more stuff that was size specific to the planner, because you selected the box specific to the planner size. I am never going to use this notes pad. Then was this ephemera. So a planner card, another planner card. They're cute. A goal setting card, a little vellum with trust the time, another journal card, a self-care menu, some transparent headers. This is a beautiful green, but like, I don't use these ever. I just use my multi-pen. Holiday sampler dots, which again, these are gorgeous colors, but I don't use these highlighter type of stickers. And again, dewdrops, and then another to do, which these are cute. I may find a use for these, but I would really have to be very like, oh, I'm gonna purposely use these. And then this is just a general ephemera that came with, and then this Wanderlust planner card. So this was the more general ephemera. But this was over here. This was literally one of the Advent items. And that just felt very like underwhelming to me. Like, it's a bunch of pocket deco. I'm not a huge pocket decoration person. And yeah, so I mean, maybe I'll use some of them, but I mean, again, this will make great Happy Mail, maybe for somebody who is into more pocket deco. Now, this I was excited about. This is FCC sized, a half-page to-do list. This is what I was like. This is what I was hoping for. Like, this is what I was expecting more of. Then we have some decorative dashboards that are, again, FCC sized, and there's just one in here, and it's just this croissant, as I think how you pronounce this. Yes, okay. I had to go back to French diction there for a second. Then a quarterly goals undated bundle, which I think is really cute. So it's like monthly milestones, month one, quarterly goals, life audit. And I think this is like week 1, week 2, week 3, etc. And then maybe it's for the whole year. I haven't opened it yet, but I think this is a really neat idea. And I may use these. This is not something that I probably would have bought for myself. But again, that's kind of the point, I think, of an advent box is you want to try some things that you wouldn't normally use. But again, this is specific to the FCC size. So I was pleased with this. And then I got this FCC sort of singular? It's hard to tell. Oh, it says ephemera on it. Oh, that's cute. So it's a little like ephemera pocket to hold things in. Cute. And then, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things of the 12 items that were actually sized to the planner size that I selected. So that's, I think, why I was a little bit disappointed, is I was thinking the bulk of it would be like 8 or 9 items that were size specific, plus maybe like 2 other things, and then maybe like a notes pad or something like that. Or like this would have made more sense if there was like 3 or 4 more things that were size specific. There's definitely stuff in here I'm not going to use. And then this also, again, the Believe in Yourself, I think this is TN sized or close to, based off the things I saw in their story. And it's very cute, but I'm not in TN right now. And so, and I don't have anything for TN for 2026. Like I'm not intending to really be in that for a planner, although I do have some TN journals that I'm using, but I'm using like a notebook in there. So I don't know if this will be something that I hang on to or if something I put in Happy Mail. We'll see. Like these are the things that were definitely like a hit for me in the Advent. Like I was like, oh, these are cute. This is what I was looking for. But I guess that's an Advent. You don't know exactly what you're getting, and you may get things that you don't really love, and that's just the risk. But overall, everything is beautiful. I mean, y'all know I am a May Paper Co. stan, and I love her shop. I love their products. I think it was just, I took a risk doing an Advent, not knowing what I was gonna get, and I was on the fence with it regardless, but I did it anyway. So it's on me for expecting it to be one way when the whole point of an Advent is you don't know what it's going to be. Now, one thing I did do is I did shop the Black Friday sale that they had, because again, I was like, listen, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm going to stay in my pocket, at least want to have a setup. So I got some pocket specific items. Everything was 20% off. Oh my gosh. I got these full size page markers, which I've already stuck one in as my daily marker. And the reason I like the full-size ones versus the little ones is because you can stick a sticky note on it and create like a dashboard situation. And I like that they're thin. Then I got this pocket. It's an angled pocket. Again, it's not something I would buy full price, but it was on sale and I was already making an order. And I really love the pocket accessories. Now these I've been wanting. These business card planner pockets. And part of the reason I wanted these is because I wanted to print a photo of my dog and then a photo of my dad and myself and put them in here so I can just have a little like memento to them. And these are the perfect size. And then I got some 2026 specific inserts. So my grid month on 2 pages. And then I got the daily tracker, which I'm going to actually use one of these to set up for December today. But anyway, that's my 2026 month on 2 pages. I did grab a physical routines, a last time so these are functional items that I want to create both of these in my FCC and my pocket. I just don't know what they're going to look like yet and keep them as like a reference. Now I have my 2026 weekly agenda, which is going to be the week on 2 pages with a little tracker. That's something I've been using. Although I'm rethinking how I actually want to use my weeklies. So I may or may not end up using this. TBD. This is revelations that came after I'd already placed this order. Then I have my 2026 month on 1 page, which I'll show you how I've been using that recently, although I don't know if it's working the way that I think it's working. So again, I might have to rethink some things. I got my 2026 vertical yearly, which I want to pair with my Peanuts Planner Co. annual inserts. This one I'm thinking is where I actually want to log my PTO, my company holidays, remote days, work from home days, and then my actual hours worked that day. We're putting some new procedures and policies in place at the company that I work for 2026. And so just keeping closer tabs on these things I think is going to be beneficial for me. This whole year of 2025 has been so chaotic that I haven't really kept real close tabs on anything, but I want to get back into auditing my functionality. Am I actually taking weekends off? Things like that. Because I will work all weekend long if I don't watch myself. And then I'll go like a month and a half where I haven't actually taken a weekend off. And then my mental health suffers. I need to actually sit with all of my annual inserts and sticky note what I want to track on different things. I got this daily agenda, which I love. It's a timeline and a task list. And it goes from 9 to 5, which I think is perfect for my work day because I don't have meetings usually before 9 a.m. So would it be good for tracking any personal appointments before or after work, but for tracking just my work day and the tasks, and it's just a one pager. And then this one, I'm really excited. I'm actually going to use this going into this week, is a day on 2 pages. So it's your timeline and notes on one side, then priorities and your to-do list on the other side. I'm going to be using some of this today, plus my daily tracker thing that I've used before in the past, but I'll show you what I want to set up on it for my December stuff. This is everything that I recently got in this order, and so we'll see how this goes. Let's get into actually planning for December. I told y'all this was going to be a little all over the place, a little crazy, a little chaotic. It be what it be. Okay, so these are the dailies, and then I have this daily tracker that I'm going to set up, and this is where I want to track. Let me get a sticky note. I used to track like my sleep and my steps and stuff on here. I found out that I don't really need to do that anymore, but I thought also maybe just tracking my meds could be good, or even tracking my workouts. Could I do meds? Could I do workouts? Like meds is gonna be like my peptides. So Adderall, NAD, glutathione, which I've been avoiding doing because I'm sick of injecting myself with it. It has to go in the upper part of my glute. It always burns, and I've just been lazy with it because I've been traveling, but I really should get back on it. I'm going to switch to troches after the new year, or once I run out of my current glutathione, my semaglutide, but this one's a little bit tricky, although my dose isn't changing. So this is the thing, is I'm finally like, I know what my doses are for all of these things. They don't change from week to week, so do I really need to track it week to week? Am I 5 amino? So meds workouts would be like upper body pull, lower body, upper body push, and then it would be yoga and cardio. Those would be like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that would be like side 1. And then side 2 is where I would track some more habits where I would maybe not need this extra like weekly habit tracker. So this would be like, where'd it go? Y'all, this is, so my habits that I want to track. So my no spend, stationary, clothes, dining out, no Starbucks, facial workouts, voice, and piano. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have room for 3 more. And so that's where I could maybe track even like other hobbies. So that would be like yarn projects, which is good because I'm actually making some gifts for my niece and nephews this year. So yarn, and then it would be reading. I should also do posture stretches for my, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 things that I could track on each side. And I want to do that because I feel like I'm really off my game with my daily habits. This is my monthly that I did already. I decorated it for this month. My monthly could be just for this month. So my hours worked, if it was PTO, if it was a holiday, if I worked remote, if I worked at HQ, or if I had a hybrid day where I was like remote and in office at the same time, depending on the day. So that works. One thing I don't have on here is like when I do chiropractic or massage, but let me write a note that I need that. I'm supposed to go to the chiropractor every week, and I don't always. I sometimes rebook it and I'll go like twice one week, and then And even massage, I almost question, like, I'm like, do I need to do these things or do I just need to have a reminder to actually schedule these things? Because that's a part of the issue with massage is I just don't schedule it. So if I am logging it on a calendar, I'll see when the last time I went was, or if I haven't gone this month. I try to go at least like every 6 weeks, although don't talk to me about this last few months, it just got wild. So that's my December monthlies, and that's what I'm gonna track there. So in my sections, we've got function, which is annual, monthly, and like trackers. And then we have finance, which I actually took all my finance stuff out of these little folders because in the 25mm rings, it's too fluffy. I think when I'm back in 30mm rings, when I switch in, I can use these pockets. But for now, what I've done is I've just put these tabs to go to the different sections. And what I will do is, like, I just put my order tracker at the front so that way you can't see, like, I don't care if y'all see my order trackers, but y'all don't need to see like my budget and expenses and stuff like that. And then this is where it goes into my hobbies and memories. So mems, gratitude, and then hobby notes also need to be in here because this is where I actually have written down the patterns for the projects that I'm working on for my crochet projects. What's crazy is I feel like I'm going from 3 weeklies down to like 1. Okay. These are my December weeklies, which I'm not going to use all of them now, but I did set them up and date them in advance. And then I also want to grab some of my other inserts here. I do want a couple spending trackers. I need these for my gratitude and memory. These are just grid notes pages from City Planner Girls. The one weekly I do need is the vertical weekly. So I did decorate the vertical weekly because this is where I put the overview of the whole week. These are the ones that I also set up that I don't need necessarily, which kind of makes me so sad because I used some really cute stickers on these, but I don't want to use something that I don't actually need. So that's the downside of this whole situation. Let me put my sort of notes pages and things over to the side here. So I have my weekly and my monthly that I need here. So this is going to be annual. I'm not going to use these month on one page for what I have been using them for. I'm going to move them over to something else. This tracker will go here, but I need to set it up first. I need to put another monthly budget sheet in here because I use the monthly budget for my business and my mom, but for me, I use it as a paycheck budget overview. So I put those over here, and then I want to put a couple other spending trackers in here as well. Now I need to set up my gratitude situation, which these are all going to come out, and then I'm going to put them, except this page because I have today on here. Put them all, I just slide them into my A6 Techo cover, and then I flip through them when I write in my A6 Techo. What I want to do is I actually want to set up some of my, not my dailies yet, my actual gratitude logs. And I think the grid, because I think the grid just looks nicer. So I'm going to just take out 3 for now and then find my little tweezers, which are housed in my cover. I just tucked them in one of the pockets here. And I need to figure out, I think I want these on my actual dailies. Yes, so these are going to be on my actual dailies that I'll use. So we're just going to go Monday. And I write usually like gratitude, little highlight of the day. So there's really like no pressure, and I can write as messy as I want. I'm trying to fit like as many as I can on one page, but I'm just eyeballing the spacing here because I can't get the right side. Okay. Just eyeballing the spacing. I like these predated because then I actually do it. If you get that, I know you get that. Like, it's like the girls who get it, get it. Saturday. And if I have more to write than what the space allows, I will just write smaller. I don't know how else to say that, but I don't want to like try to predetermine like how much I need to write. I have my 2026 date stickers. Most of them are already purchased in here, and some of them are en route. So I did get the Planner Monkey Co. typewriter, but I got the mini typewriter this year instead of the regular size because I feel like sometimes in Pocket, I wish I would have had a slightly smaller typewriter date for my dailies. But she had the mini ones. I was like, oh, those are so cute. So I got the mini ones for 2026. And then I have some readied out plans, 2026 day stickers. That might be a little too close. And then I've got various like date dots and days of the week sort of stickers floating around my stash. These will already be set up for me to do, which is great. And there should be plenty of room based on what I've been doing lately. I actually was debating getting some dated weeklies for this same purpose for next year, but it just changes so much depending on my routines. Now, I've been doing it this way because I used to journal in my A6 pretty regularly and keep up with it. That's not been so feasible in recent months. My dailies have also been very functional, whereas normally I would be able to just reference my dailies to help inform the journaling. I'm not like memory keeping in my dailies. My dailies are very like function focused. So having a small space to do this has been helping me because otherwise I don't remember what went on. As long as I have a little bit of information written down to trigger my brain for the day, I can usually remember what went down. Okay. Again, always slitting my inserts, which sometimes sucks because if the pages get bent, they're a pain in the butt, but sometimes I have to just take them out to write, and I like having that option. So these are my gratitude and mins. And this was my little page marker that I was holding for the day here. And then this is my hobbies and yarn projects, which some of these I'm not working on right now. So these ones I can probably take out and house somewhere else. Some of these projects I do work on intermittently. Like I did work on my big crochet blanket with my other yarn the other night, and I need to check off the rows. Okay. So this is this here, and I am going to just take these out. I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to put this in my migrate into the inboxes pile here, and then I'm going to just take out these weeklies and be done with it. Okay. And then same thing here. So these are my vertical weeklies. I ended up not doing, I need to switch my white out. I ended up just canceling all my morning stuff. I will watch a sermon later tonight when I'm like cooking, but I did not go to church and I did not end up going to yoga. But I do have a hair appointment at 1:15 just to get a blowout because I need to desperately wash my hair, but I have so many other things to do today, and doing a hair wash and blowout day myself is very tiring and taxing. Where did the other half of this go? There it is. And I do have a dry bar membership, and I can just go there. And I've got to go to my office anyway today to work on some stuff. So and it's right next to my office. So why not just go and like get a blowout at 1 p.m. So I'll be going to that. So I can honestly take these out too. I'm going to pull my dailies out, and I just realized that when I took my jacket off, my microphone was attached to my little jacket, so I was sitting on my microphone for the last like 10 minutes. This will get archived. My weeklies will get archived. So I'll set them off over to the side, and then let's actually work on my actual dailies. Do I want day on 2 page in this whole thing? Will it even fit? Let me try. Let's even see if this 25 millimeters will close with the entire month in here on days on 2 page. The true test. She's tight, but that actually does fit. And I mean, I had the whole month of November in here, and a lot of those were also day on 2 page. Let me just date the first week. We'll see how this first week goes before I commit to dating the rest of the month. And I'm going to just chop this page though, so I can have the dated daily stickers in the back. So this is going to be Monday. So look how nice that looks. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And then what I'll do is in the back here, that's where these will go with the rest of my stickers. Whee. Okay, so that's the dailies. So I think my dailies are pretty well processed, except for like Wednesday, which was my last day of work. And then obviously it's attached to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Where did the 30th go? I literally just had it in, oh, it's right here. Y'all. So I just need to process these last few dailies before I archive them. And then this is my full page marker because I can put little sticky notes on the daily. Okay, so these are weeklies and these are dailies that need to be archived right here. So let's go over there. Okay. So all my little daily onto page can go back in this little wrapper just for safekeeping. Okay. All right. Now let me set up my one tracker. So this is going to be December and it's going to be 2025. I'm not going to write that on there for right now. We do have 31 days, and let me start with a page that will have my meds on it first, like meds and workouts. So let's do workouts first. So we're gonna have an upper push, lower body, yoga / Pilates. What did I do for cardio? And I can do W, R, like if I walked or if I ran. Then I'm gonna go into meds. So this is gonna be, let's start with my 5-amino first. Adderall, which sometimes I take 1, sometimes I take 2. So if I take 1, I'll do a /. If I take 2, I'll do an X, and that's how I'll know if I did 1 or 2 that day. I usually only do 1. L. Then I'm gonna do my NAD. Then I'm gonna do my glutathione, and then my GLP. Okay. So that's that. Then on this one, let me do my no spends first. No stationery, no clothes. I really should say no DoorDash, and really that's any food delivery. No Starbucks. So if I buy coffee out, I want to get it from a local shop, but sometimes Starbucks is just really convenient. But then if I really need something convenient, I need to just make it at home before I leave the house. Then I'm gonna do facial stretch and posture stretch. Did I read? Because I'm not reading every single day anymore. Did I do a yarn project that day? And did I do any voice specific stuff? And did I play piano? Okay. And again, Chiron massage. I think I just need to make like a little flag weekly that just moves on my vertical weeklies that says Chiro / massage, so I know to make sure that something is scheduled either that week or that month. So let me actually do that and put that on my vertical weeklies. So this is my daily tracker. Oh, I know what I wanted to do here. Okay. I wanted to just mark the weekends in gray. Hopefully I don't mess this up. Wish me luck, y'all. Okay, where's my monthly? Just so I can make sure I get the correct dates. So we have 6 and 7. See, I would have done that wrong just because 6 and 7, and then 13, 14. This just helps me keep like better tabs on like where in the week I am. There's no other rhyme or reason to it. This is gonna be, the monthly is gonna be more of work info. And this will actually be good practice for if this key kind of works for me, which I might want to rewrite the key here of like what I'm tracking. So maybe put this down here and I'll add that in shortly. But we have monthly, and then we'll do trackers. Oh, do I need to slit this? No. Does it make my life easier? Yes. Especially for just tracking things. Sometimes I take it out and I flip it. So this is going to be a little full until I process the rest of these dailies and I sort out my inbox. Oh, here's my little library cards that I'm making a bunch of so I can just send out some happy mail. Look how cute these are. So it's got the book, the start date, when I finished it, and then if it was Kindle, graphic, audio, or Audible. But for the ones I'll send out, I'll just say ebook, audiobook, physical, so EAP, so people can notate that. Mine's a little hyper specific. So here we have our annual section, all my trackers, dates, future logs, monthly for PTO holiday, remote day, office days, hybrid days, trackers for activities and medications and habits and hobbies, my finance section, my gratitude, memories, hobbies, vertical weeklies with my little reminder tabby to make those appointments and schedule them. Then I've got my dailies so far here. So this is not going to be the December master, so I can cover that up if I want to. Then I've got my work section that will have my priority list for the week, my inbox, then all my other notes, and project specific tasks lists. So the projects and the inbox, those go together. Some projects, like I have several different projects that they need their own task list. But the priority I can list work on X project, then I can flip to that task list. And then in my December personal priorities for the month, inbox to capture, and then notes. And then I will need to fix up my dividers, my sections, things like that, so I can easily flip to everything. But pretty darn good for a little pocket. She's a little fluffy right now. She's a little thick. She has the whole of December dailies in here, which I may or may not keep in there for the whole month. And also some extras, like a lot of this back here is going to be reorganized and slimmed down and consolidated, I hope, fingers crossed. And then I obviously have some stickers, and my tweezers usually go back here, if I can find them. They're somewhere in this pile that I literally cleaned off my desk last night so I could do this, and now my desk is a disaster again, so send help. But yeah, that is my December plans. Or at least my December setup. Yeah, thanks for being here if you stuck around, and I'll catch you on the next one.